Hi, YouTube. Thank you so much for coming to my next live stream. I am super, super happy to be here and excited to be doing another stream because I have the whole week off and it's super fun to just talk about pyramid schemes every day if I can. And I love being able to do this so often. And it's super cool that every single stream I've had at least a couple people watch me live and lots of comments and conversations. So that's been really, really cool. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope that the weather is still nice where you are. Hi, Live Panic. Thank you for joining us today. Today I ate a donut on my porch and it was like perfect out and it was like perfect fall day and the leaves were kind of like changing color. It was warm and it was just really, really fun. And it was great day, great day. And surprisingly, the weather is still semi reasonable and we're not into like the Arctic freezing cold minus a million degree weather yet. So hopefully that continues for a little bit. So today I wanted to talk about a video from the recent Beachbody Leadership Retreat, which is for 5-star Diamond Elite coaches and above. And this was talking about a very general overview of the changes to the Beachbody company. And there's a video from DC and Amy and their whole crew who were there talking more about giving more background and their opinions on the different changes in Beachbody. And I put a link to Amy's video down below because I watched a portion of the video on her channel, and most of them except DC have all been in Beachbody. So you can go and take a look at that video if you want to hear some background and feedback from people who spent a lot of time in Beachbody. So you can go look at Amy's video or any of them, like go to DC's channel or Cheryl's channel if you want. Here's Rich. Hi, Rich. Thank you for joining us. And I'm really, really excited to do this video and to get started. So it's a 26-minute video, and you guys know I like to talk a lot. So I'm going to do my best to not talk constantly because I feel like if I do, we'll be here all day. So I'm going to try my best to let it play for a while, like between each time that I pause it. And this video, like, it's kind of weird. I think this coach started it in a random spot and he's just like videotaping it from his phone. And then it kind of cuts off in a weird spot. But it's a really good, just broad general overview of the changes. And I know there's a different Beachbody coach showed some good information about the changes to Success Club. And I want to do a video on that, but I don't know how to blur people's faces on a live stream, and I don't want any of their faces on my channel. So I'll probably just do like a separate video on that portion of the presentation, just focusing on Success Club changes. So ready to get started? And let me know your opinions down below.
Feel good about themselves first. At the same time, that we then help them improve themselves. Get that order right. With the absolute understanding that part of the challenge is not just getting people started, but helping them integrate these health esteem habits into their lives in a way that feels more gratifying, feels better than quick.
So was it starting? Like now I'm looking at it and it doesn't look like it's playing at all, but like this it's moving. Like the video is moving. So let me know if there's like something weird happening with the screen. If it's like not actually playing or not. That's weird. And my computer is going crazy right now, so sorry about that. I think I'm going to start this over and maybe it will work better. Sorry, technical difficulties.
People feel good about themselves
There you go.
first. At the same time, that we then help them improve themselves. Get that order right. With the absolute understanding that part of the challenge is not just getting people started, but helping them integrate these health esteem habits into their lives in a way that feels more gratifying, feels better than quitting.
So the new Beachbody is focusing on helping us integrate health esteem habits, not self-esteem, health esteem habits into our day-to-day life. So this video is focusing on the health esteem concept.
And we're doing that by reinforcing the very thing that so many of you have mastered. It's not about perfection and ideals and comparisons. It's about experiences and healthy energy and happiness. I see for some of you, you maintain a state of mind that's more comfortable and compelling than this constant inner fight that comes with always judging yourself. But that's so rare. You don't know how good you have it. That's why this problem still isn't solved in the world. And I've watched you bring this idea of a side hustle to life as more than just an income opportunity. You turn it into a community where people lift each other up to create and stay connected to their self-esteem, to their health esteem routine. Moving from one program to the next, constantly looking at how to incorporate the eating plans into your routine without having to deny yourself of happiness, and all without beating yourself up. That's what this entire industry, for decades, this entire industry has been missing all along.
So a lot of information so far. Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. Thank you for joining us. It's cool to see you here in a live stream. We're just talking about the changes to Beachbody. Live Panic says a buzz phrase the world didn't need, right? Like he even said self-esteem by accident instead of health esteem. So he's trying to get us away from the imperfection economy instead of focusing on perfections and or sorry, instead of focusing on being perfect and comparisons, we just need to focus on what helps us feel healthy and what will help us achieve our health and fitness goals. So yeah, you're right, Live Panic. It's a major buzz phrase.
We're going to be the company that breaks this whole cycle of the imperfection economy by flipping it on its head. Yeah, instead of starting with how do you want to change yourself, we're going to start by offering the idea that you first need to embrace yourself exactly as who you are.
Yeah, so you should go to Amy's video that I have linked down below. It's really long, but they're gonna talk about how Beachbody really doesn't help you embrace yourself. It helps you question yourself and your health and your abilities. And Jeanette just said they don't care about health. Yep, and Beachbody is just changing the wording to mean the same thing. I agree, completely. I agree. And yeah, they call themselves the Snark Crew. Their videos are fantastic, and they were all in Beachbody for a long time, and they talked about how the such a hard focus on really significant and intense exercise with the combination of the nutrition programs can really contribute to potentially disordered eating habits and maybe even a full-blown eating disorder that can take a long time to recover from, of course. So I'm not sure why they're suddenly talking about wanting to embrace ourselves now when for like the past however long they've been an MLM company, it's really been focusing on this certain vision of health and fitness, certain vision of eating well. And if you fall outside of their approach to health and fitness, then you're not healthy and you don't care about your well-being. So it's a real all or nothing approach, in my opinion.
Every day, embrace who you are. Embrace the life you want to live. You make those rules. Embrace your definition of healthy.
Embrace your definition of healthy, assuming that it's the same definition that Carl is pushing.
And once you do that, participation in fitness and eating cleaner is less of a struggle because it's on your terms. It's part of your adventure of living. Everything gets more fun. And I know it can work from the time your customers get started, then month after month after month, because I'm watching it work for so many of our subscribers and coaches who are helping their teams stay engaged and live amazing, healthy lives. If some of you are doing it, if some are already achieving health esteem, wouldn't everybody want to live that kind of fulfilling life? The opportunity to scale This idea, by getting priorities right side up, integrating new tools and technologies into the platform, and making the framework of ongoing engagement as simple as possible to help people approach their lives in a way that will instantly help them feel amazing about themselves on day one. What a gift! And make them excited to embrace a life that just gets better and better. What a different mindset. This is where we're going. Helping people build a consistent health esteem routine of fitness, nutrition, and what the industry has been missing all along. A proactive approach to maintain a positive mindset. Because this is what gets people.
It seems like it's the same, right? Like fitness, nutrition, of course, Shakeology is their version of nutrition, and then mindset, but they will talk more about that later. So, do I not have a healthy health esteem routine if I don't do exactly what they want me to do? Like, why can't my health esteem routine be just like walking around outside or like going for a bike ride or literally just eating things in moderation? Because when I lost a significant amount of weight, and, like, when I started to maintain my weight, I was eating really mindfully throughout the day, and then I wasn't in the evening, and then I just was like, "Okay, I need to cut back on my snack food a little bit in the evening," and, like, that was it. My computer is going crazy, I don't know what the issue is, and I'm afraid to touch anything, honestly. I think I'll just leave it. I'm sorry if you can hear, like, notifications going in the background. There's a lot going on, and I don't wanna mess up the stream. But my version of, like, eating healthy is just eating things in moderation and being mindful of how much food I'm eating and ensuring that I move my body every day if it's possible, and this could be, like, a quick 15-minute workout at the end of the day if I don't have time to do anything else, but I think in Beachbody, this health esteem routine bullshit is only focusing on their definition of healthy, even though they told us to create our own. So Jeanette said something. It's losing gain five, same 5 pounds. That is not healthy. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And we've heard not narratives. We've heard stories about how a lot of coaches they will like lose a bunch of weight with the new program and then they'll gain it back. And then that's how they'll have like all of those before and after photos.
Started the right way, with the right mindset, and helps them get back on track instead of quitting altogether when they turn on themselves. It's all created and presented by experts. It's going to be an elegant framework that transitions seamlessly from month to month to month with variety and momentum at a price that's a fraction of the cost of working with one expert in just one area, whether it's a trainer or a nutritionist or it's a self-help expert. We're going to put it all together for people in one platform. And all
Sir, I'd rather spend more money to get the help of an actual professional instead of a really underqualified Beachbody coach who only had to be 18 years of age or older, buy a challenge pack, and have a social security number.
all supported by a community aligned to the mission of helping people stay consistent with the objective to truly feeling amazing and truly enjoying life. That's where the fun is. This is how we're going to serve more customers, create more volume, attract more coaches, reward more coaches, and simplify the business. So more people.
Sir, I thought the business was already simple. Why do we have to change it to make it more simple if coaches can already get rewards and create lots of volume and all the coaches have all the customers, right? And so it's interesting that they're changing things. Like they're saying they're making changes, but they also said like the business is already simple, so why are we making it more simple? Do you know what I mean? So Lift Panic said Is this older, or did you say this is something new they're pushing out? So this is from the 2022 leadership retreat that just happened, and this is posted on one of the top Beachbody coaches YouTube page. And so this is part of the new framework, the new health esteem framework that Beachbody is starting to push out. And there's going to be differences with like challenge packs and success club, and it's meant to just simplify the business, even though they tell us that it's already simple and everyone has the tools to find success. Good question. So it's brand new.
We want more people to participate in this opportunity in a meaningful way. We have so much to offer. Can you see that a framework which weaves together the celebration of enjoying life proactively? We build that celebration into feeling good into the system with a monthly focus for fitness and simple and sustainable approach to eating, all with real tools to help people manage their mindsets, to stay positive about themselves, to make that a proactive step in the process so they never burn out. Can you see how this is like sort of the holy grail of well-being? And this is truly what creating a healthy, fulfilling life is. It's never been about one miraculous program, one dramatic before and after, but it's sort of got there. But habits and mindset, that's what it's about. That unlock everything the way we've always wanted to help people enjoy life. Health esteem. Okay, that's the category.
So apparently it's not all about one miraculous program. I have stuff to say about that, but there's some comments here. Just popping in to say hi. Hi, DC. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. It's great to see you. Jeanette says, I heard that Beachbody On Demand is going away and it's going to be just body starting in March of next year. So I don't know the answer to that. I'm just starting to like dig into the changes now. And this is like an overview, but it doesn't really provide like the technical aspects of the changes. And so I was looking around on the website and I could not find any like actual details about how this could impact customers. And so that might be a later video once I can dig some stuff up. Thank you, Jeanette. So they're saying that it's not all about one miraculous program that can change your life. However, all of these programs that are released are marketed as life-changing, are marketed as game changers, and these coaches will always have really drastic before and after photos. And of course, like your health esteem routine, of course, has to include a massive stack of Beachbody products, right? Because you can't have a healthy mindset and a healthy lifestyle without one, two, three, four Beachbody products on your counter. Of course not, right? Like you can't just have a healthy mindset because you're eating things in moderation and you move and exercise when you have time. No, it has to be Carl's definition.
Health esteem. And here's how we take what we're seeing from our best customers and coaches, the ones who get what our mission is about, and make it irresistible to more coaches, okay? It starts with this. Step one, eat dessert every day. Honestly, we're going to incorporate, this is real, we're going to incorporate a celebration of dessert right on body. By literally, I want to stop here for a second and just listen to this room. This room just lit up on 3 words. Hold on now. If you don't think this is not a total game changer, this concept, based on the way the energy in this room just changed, pay attention. This is a big friggin' deal. We're going to incorporate a celebration of dessert right on body by literally showcasing how to turn Shakeology into a gourmet vegan superfood dessert.
I actually learned about this on the portion of the live stream that I watched with the Snark crew on Amy's channel when I said like, oh, is Shakeology now marketed as dessert? And Amy said, yep, it sure is. And so instead of it being the healthiest meal of the day, instead of it being your daily dose of dense nutrition, it is now a dessert. What? What? And so if we're gonna sit there and put crap in our Shakeology to make it like a dessert, then where is the health value, the nutritional value? Because if you're putting whipped cream and chocolate and like chocolate sprinkles or like chocolate chips, that sounds delicious and amazing. However, I feel like that kind of contradicts the healthy aspects of Shakeology. What do you think about that? I am all for dessert and snack food, but it just seems interesting that they're switching around the wording a little bit and the marketing to make their products seem more inclusive and more appealing to your average person. An attempt to seem more inclusive and widen the potential customer slash coach pool. Love Panic, I literally didn't even see your comment, but then we were like thinking the same thing at the exact same time. That's funny. We think alike. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Just making it seem more doable for your average person, right? Like, oh, this seems like a lot. I have to follow all these rules, but oh, look, I get to have dessert every day. Well, I get to have dessert every day, anyways. And because I just eat everything in moderation, I don't feel guilty.
And you're going to help us by creating crazy recipes and enjoying this shake. So moving from, I've been focused on a daily dose of dense nutrition. How about a daily dose of dessert? I think that's a better story. Because it starts with the enjoyment of life. That's the point. The first step to achieving health esteem, eat dessert. Step two, we're going to swap dirty energy for clean energy. If you've ever looked at the ingredients on like non-dairy creamers or the sweeteners that we put in coffee or the sort of chemistry set that you get when you have an energy drink or an energy shot, you'll understand what dirty energy means, whether it's pre-workout or pre-life in general. Energize is a clean energy with no artificial colors or sweeteners. It's third-party tested for banned substances and contaminants. If you or someone you're talking to wants to start their journey to feeling great and loving life, but they're not ready for the total solution, we're going to let them start here because who doesn't want to eat more dessert, especially if it's incredibly good for you? And y'all should have gotten these. I have them over here. Did you get these cards? So, we're serious about this. Everybody's got these cards. 10 healthy desserts. Eat more dessert on the back of it. That's where it's going to start. And there are so many ways that you can enjoy dessert using Shakeology. So we're going to encourage people to eat more dessert. And imagine, this is going to be the most successful.
What's the difference between Beachbody now or before this? Or like you're saying swap out dirty energy for clean energy. Well, you already tell us to use Shakeology and you already, or not Shakeology, sorry, Energize. And you already tell us that we can't find success in our fitness journey without Energize. And so what is the difference there? What is the difference with either of these actually? Like you're just using different wording around Shakeology and you're just telling us to use Energize again. Like that's not, there's no difference in my opinion. Maybe I'm missing something. Jeanette said, processed shake is not real food. If I want dessert, then I'll have ice cream or a cookie or cake, not a processed shake. Exactly, same. I like chips or crackers for my dessert, to be honest.
New Year's resolution of all time. I mean, right? Your New Year's resolution this year? Eat more dessert. I can do that. Now, we also know people are more and more aware of the toxic ingredients in so many things. What a simple fix to swap out dirty energy for clean energy like Energize. The choices people make around sweets, all these chemicals, it's affecting their quality of life. So we're giving them delicious, effective, clean alternatives. Now, by the way, I'm not saying that people shouldn't drink coffee to be healthy. I'm saying we help them replace the flavored stuff and the energy drinks that their bodies are absolutely rejecting. That's what we're helping them do, okay? But we all know there's more to a healthy, fulfilling life than that. And we've got the total solution. And we're making it simpler than ever. We are creating.
I don't like the idea that Carl runs around saying he has the total solution. I don't remember which video it was. Of like, yeah, it was literally yesterday, right? And from 2012, when he was saying that they have the solution to obesity, right? And so now, like, he no not only has the total solution to obesity, but he has the solution to like health and happiness and a positive mindset as well. And it's literally like Shakeology. It's like a shake pre-workout and some workouts. And like you can find similar things for much, much cheaper, or in the case of workouts, for free across YouTube. All right. Wonder how this is gonna go over with the old schoolers at Beachbody. Yeah, I wonder, yeah, how like the coaches who've been around since like 2011, 2010 are gonna feel about this, or like even the first coaches who are still in the company. I wonder how they'll feel about like these changes because I know like us looking from the outside, we can tell that it's not really significant changes so far, like just with this health esteem concept, but it is changing like the ideology behind the company a little bit.
The world's first integrated health esteem platform that brings together fitness, nutrition, and mindset in a way that is constantly helping the subscriber stay engaged, stay positive, and if you get out of sync or you fall off for a week or two, it gives you an easy gateway to get right back on. This is the system we have all been waiting for. I know I need. Starting with the right mindset from day one. If you were at the Elite Mastermind yesterday, you had a chance to hear from Petra Colbert. She's been a thought leader in this space for years with a focus on helping people replace a destructive perfectionist mindset with concrete self-affirming strategies. We didn't tell the Elite yesterday, but Petra has joined our staff and will be developing and integrating. She's a big deal.
Who cares? Like, who cares? If I was at a work conference for my company and they're like, "Oh my gosh, we hired a new person. It's so cool." I would be like, "Oh, nice. Yay." And then I would go talk to that person after and like say hello. But I would never sit there and scream like I'm at a concert. Who cares? It's your workplace. It's your job. Do you know what I mean? I might be thinking too much into it. I do still like 21 Day Fix. I have the DVD, same with Country Heat, so I can do those without having Beachbody on demand. Yeah, that's a good point because all those old programs were on DVD, right? Yeah, that's good.
She's going to be developing and integrating this self-affirming mindset and new motivation tools into everything we do on the platform. The platform is going to proactively help people feel good about themselves. Now, Petra's going to join me a little later to talk more about this big addition to the platform. But as we're going to help people feel better about themselves from the day they start, so that they have this concept of going into this experience, so that they are set up to stay with it and love it the whole time. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. And that
So it seems like there's going to be a platform with like Beachbody branded personal development materials and like maybe courses to work with the Shakeology is dessert bullshit and what they're going to talk about in a second on body. So Rich just said something. I'm wondering why we have any issues left giving his string of solutions to literally anything that ails you, right? Like why does anyone have high blood pressure or any kind of health condition that inhibits their quality of life when Carl Zeichler and Beachbody exists? That's a good point.
positive mindset and the self-care is going to be linked to an approach to fitness which is compelling, simple, and proven to help people stay with it. More consistent, easier to follow. No more starting a program and putting a few days in, or finishing a program and then going back to that normal routine, life as normal for a few months until you just go way back and you're like, I got to do this whole thing over again, right? You go back, there's a new program, right? Been off it for 3 months. I did that with 645. I finished and I was like, oh, I did so good. I don't have to work out for the next 6 months. So, solve my own problem. I'm just like more consistent, easier to follow, reasonable to incorporate into life. And then every once in a while, you go into a program. We'll outline that in a few minutes. And in a few
Why aren't your programs easier to follow, Carl? Why aren't they more reasonable and realistic for people? Why are people starting them and then quitting them a few days later? I think I would probably encourage him to do some self reflection and analysis of the quality of his programs and how realistic they are for the average person. And by average, I don't mean someone who used to be like a college athlete who like runs marathons. I mean like me. I think I'm relatively athletic for an average person who's not an athlete. And I've seen some of the Beachbody programs and some of those moves I would not be able to do. And I have no business doing those moves without the help of a trainer, in my opinion.
Minutes, I'll bring out some of our fitness team to talk about this breakthrough that's going to standardize and sort of make it more centralized what our approach to fitness is to get started, based on a construct that's called block periodization. Okay, it standardizes every month and makes the first Monday of every month a new beginning. It's called a 4-week body block. 3 weeks, 5 workouts a week, 5 days a week, followed by a fourth functional recovery week. And a new block starts, again, first Monday of every month. This monthly routine will give you and your coaches a proven, repeatable approach to invite people to. So whether you're a veteran coach or brand new, you'll be inviting people to the same thing you're doing, the same tempo and construct that your team is doing. And it stays consistent month to month. We'll go deeper on that in a few minutes. But month by month, our focus will be moving people from one body block to the next. And all of that content will be integrated with simplified versions of 2B Mindset and Portion Fix with new recipes every month. And we're going to help you and your customers learn how easy it can be to make super simple substitutions so you can eat healthier, but still find it outrageously delicious. Now, let me tell you why this overall.
So does that mean he's probably going to go into it in a second, but does that mean there's no more like releases of programs? And does that mean that coaches won't be able to get commission off of people like purchasing the challenge packs for each program or purchasing the VIP early access? And if that's the case, are all of the Beachbody trainers no longer creating like full length programs and they're only creating new body blocks? And are there going to be like body blocks based on new programs, or is it all just based on old programs? Do you know what I mean? And I know this isn't the right video to be asking those types of questions because it's just introducing you to this new concept, but I could see how this could really impact a coach's income because it could mess up like customer retention if people are actually looking for different programs to use every single week or month. And a little ways up there, Jeanette was saying that she heard that Beachbody On Demand is no longer going to be a thing starting in sometime 2023. And I just would like to see like the technical parts of this change so we can really understand what customers are going to have access to and what kind of commission the coaches will be able to receive. So if you happen to know like the answers to that, I would love to hear about it.
Is all
Sorry. And so simplified versions of the two nutrition programs weren't they already simple, Carl and Autumn? Question mark. Like I thought anyone could follow these because they're so easy and straightforward, and we can use these programs without feeling deprived. So I wonder why they need to be simplified.
Also really big for coaches because this approach to consistency with monthly blocks will also move us away from having so many program launches each year, which I think has made the business a little complicated. Super complicated. Because every month, you're needing to get people trained on a whole new program, a whole new concept, and sort of made it a professional training business rather than a business of helping people. And it's made it difficult for coaches to find their parents.
That's true, especially when you have new launches like every second month, right? And then you have to learn about all these new programs, and then you have to be able to communicate the new programs, and then you have to pay for VIP early access. So I wonder how Beachbody is going to construct this so as to not lose significant revenue for the company. What do you guys think about that? I feel like I'm freezing a lot on my screen. Hopefully I'm still moving. You guys can hear me. Simplified, how like more restrictive. Sorry, I can't read. Yeah, you're right. Like simplified, but not actually simplified.
So we need the new coach to have an instant understanding of what we do and how we present it. So by standardizing the format, first around managing that sweet tooth with a gourmet vegan superfood dessert, second around clean energy, and next fitness that's consistent from month to month. 3 weeks, 5 workouts a week, starting the first Monday of every month, followed by an easier recovery week. There will be less time spent for coaches to get up to speed, more time instantly helping new people get started. Now take a second, let's put this together. Dessert every day, clean energy. So people will immediately start to feel the difference of health esteem. And then a platform, a framework, and community which is designed to help people feel great about themselves and get the most out of life. You feel that positive energy? Tools and content to help people improve their mindset and motivation about fitness and nutrition. Integrated into the entire experience, a monthly health esteem routine with body blocks that start the first Monday of every month that sets a standard. 3 weeks, so reasonable. 3 weeks of incredible workouts a month, the kind that you absolutely love, that make you feel so good when you're done. 5 days a week.
So this is like a general overview of the changes. Dessert every day. Well, why can't I eat a cupcake or a brownie? Why does it need to be bullshit Shakeology? So platform, framework, and community designed to help people. I thought Beachbody already did that, Carl. Like he's making these changes sound so amazing and so innovative while also stating like all of the marketing around Beachbody is focusing on helping people live a healthy and fulfilling life. So the second part, a platform, framework, and community part, like that should already be happening, Carl. That like this should not be a new magical thing. And like, yeah, it's tools and content. So I think it would be like Beachbody branded motivational and self-development tools. Body blocks will just be like shortened versions of programs on Body. And so maybe Jeanette's right that Beachbody On Demand will at some point just kind of like merge into Body as well. And maybe there won't be two separate platforms, but I don't actually know the answer. So please don't hold me to that. Oh, and something, Amy Ure has said this in her streams before that with easier programs, say like 4 weeks for everybody, she said something like thinking that a lot of the coaches may end up combining 4 weeks for everybody workouts with other more challenging workouts because maybe they thought that they wouldn't be getting as much of a workout in as they should. And so I wonder if coaches are going to feel okay with only 5 workouts a week and then a week of functional recovery, or if people are just not going to follow the body block and just like follow the body block, yes, but then like add other programs, other workouts on top of it to get like really intense long workouts in.
Fourth week for functional recovery. Or, that fourth week, take the week off. Or you plan, transition to the next month. Go do some interesting things with your life. We'll give people space to have life in addition to the programs that they do. Plus simplified versions of 2B mindset and portion fix to get people results without feeling deprived. And recipes every month to help them make easy food replacements and enjoy food that make healthy progress. This is how we help people escape the grips of the imperfection economy. Somebody's got to do it. This is what the industry has needed. We are going to do it. We are going to help people avoid the trap that in order to be body positive, you need to dismiss the importance of staying active and being more conscious about food. This is how we give people.
So this is something I wanted to talk about. So toxic. So he just said you want to dismiss the idea that to be body positive, you can't be conscious about food. And so Carl definitely doesn't know what it actually means. So I just typed in body positivity here and I didn't do any additional research. I just typed it into Google, which obviously Carl did not do. And here, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll just read it out. Body positivity is a social movement focused on the acceptance of all bodies, regardless of size, shape, skin tone, gender, and physical abilities, while challenging present day beauty standards as an undesirable social construct. Sir, Carl, Mr. Deichler, I don't see anything in here about to be body positive means that you just eat whatever you want and you don't exercise because it feels good to you. All I see here is that all bodies have beauty and all bodies are valid and important. And just because this is my own interpretation, just because someone may or may not be in a slightly bigger body, that does not mean that they're less valuable and that they're not beautiful in the bodies that they have. in my brain, it's accepting your body for where it is at the moment. And you could still accept your body for where it is at the moment while also wanting to make changes to better your health. So I think it's a really, really toxic idea that you cannot be body positive and also want to focus on your health and well being and want to eat better. And so clearly Carl, clearly Autumn, clearly executives at Beachbody didn't actually take the time to literally just like put body positivity into Google and then actually learn what it means. This took me like zero point 0.2 seconds to learn what it means. For me, body positivity, I've recently gained a little bit of weight somehow, like 15 pounds, even though I've been like eating the same amount of food and like working out a lot more because I've been biking to work and I look exactly the same. I feel stronger. My cardio's better because I'm working out more. And I'm not worrying about my little bit of a weight loss because I'm happy and comfortable and confident in the body that I have right now. Do you know what I mean? What do you think about that? That statement is so toxic and so terrible. And he doesn't know what body positivity means, to be honest. So I think I'm going to leave the setup of my screen like this, just so we can see the writing better. Jeanette says, I do focus on health. I weigh more than Beachbody coaches, but I feel way better too. Yeah, and everyone holds weight differently, right? And like people have chronic health conditions that could impact their ability to lose weight as well. And like people's bone structures are different, body compositions are different. And like someone who's 170 pounds and like 6'5" is going to look different than someone who's 170 pounds and like 4'8", you know? And there's more than one way a body can look to and also be healthy, but I don't think Carl agrees with that.
A system that helps them feel so good about themselves they never want to stop. And every month we keep them going with a new body block start. Body positivity and a healthy, active lifestyle can coexist.
We know that, sir. There is nothing in the definition of body positivity saying that you can't be body positive and want to exercise and eat fruits and vegetables sometimes. We know this. You're making up your own definition of what body positivity means, and it's making me angry.
I need dessert. If you have that dessert outside, it's quite unbelievable. All right. This structure is going to evolve into a business model more completely like you're going to see it come to life in March and April. But the impact on the business is actually already in motion. It's already begun for everyone in this room because of the rest of the cards. Your business is forever changed as of this moment. Once you acknowledge there are some people who are already living a health esteem with the freedom to enjoy life and feel good about themselves, no matter what state of the journey that they're on. They have dessert every day. They get clean energy. They work out. They take time off. They eat smart. They, are conscious about the way their family eats. But they're also unapologetic about having fun and exciting lives, where sometimes they're a little less disciplined. That's life. Our very best customers love their lives and embrace themselves. They embrace who they are and the life they want to live. So our job is to pay attention, enable the enjoyment of life, so more people can achieve a healthy life. And that's what we scale. And instantly, this community grows. It gets stronger and gets more powerful. Visualizing the happiness and celebration of small victories, acceptance of people with all their shapes and sizes with them, and we immediately become the platform that makes you feel good about the process and the people you're surrounded by in all shapes and sizes. This is
In the Snark Crew stream, they were talking about Beachbody no longer having before and after pictures, and I didn't watch all of it. I don't remember if they said there's now like a now picture and then a then picture, or if I remember a reference to that, or if it's just like no more before and after pictures in general. But if Beachbody is like really focused on just living a healthy and fulfilling life. Like they say in their mission statement, there would be no before and after pictures. There would be no focus on having the smallest, most toned body possible. And it would just be like, do your workout when you can. Focus on having fun while moving instead of constantly doing your measurements before you start each program and constantly like focusing on such restrictive diets that give you such a significant calorie deficit where of course if you're eating 1300 calories a day, obviously you're going to lose weight, and then the moment you're done eating on the 4-week gut protocol, of course you're going to gain all that weight back.
This is a community where health esteem is the goal. How you feel is the goal. And it's so exciting for your business because we know the potential of failing in a program or not having any fun with life or being judged if they're imperfect. These are the things that are standing in the way for so many people, or will ultimately lead to people quitting on themselves. I was talking to Becky the other night, right? We were talking the price objection, and we were talking about how the price objection is not the price objection. The price objection is hiding all these other things that are the real truth. Failure of failing, feeling bad about, don't want to acknowledge how you're feeling about themselves, not embracing yourself. That's what's hiding behind the price objection. But look,
So, of course, there's no way, Carl, that people just think that your shitty products are just too expensive. It's because maybe they have some kind of mental health challenge they're currently going through. Maybe they have self esteem challenges or they're going through something personally, like maybe with their relationships. No, it has nothing to do with your $130 shake and your like $60 pre workout. It's only to do with some kind of deficiency that your prospect is experiencing, of course. And people hearing the CEO say stuff like that is going to encourage all coaches, but I feel like especially lower level coaches who are trying to find success to keep pushing and not take no for an answer when a prospect says no. When I did portion fix, although it was long for long. Oh, I can't read. Sorry. When you did portion fix, you were eating around 2,500. My results are better on portion fix. You just couldn't maintain it. Yeah, like I feel like results with Beachbody nutrition programs are going to be pretty significant and pretty quick. But then, of course, if it's not a sustainable program that you can just continue and do long term after you're done, I could see how weight would just come right back.
we don't have just a big opportunity to turn this around. Once you realize how out of balance the fitness and diet industry has gotten with supporting an actual healthy mindset, health esteem, your customers will actually demand that strengthening a person's mindset, accepting and embracing themselves, that needs to be a part of the process for it to work long term. Once you show people the aha moment of the new category, they reject the old category. Unless they love that category, those people will be fine. But for the 100 million people who haven't found it yet, they realize this is the thing that I've been missing. People will refuse to give up dessert, and they don't have to. We just have to show them how it doesn't have to undermine your health and well-being in order to enjoy dessert. And it doesn't have to undermine your life, it can enhance your life. So now we have a responsibility to lead this.
Sir, brownies can enhance my life. A little reasonable bowl of chips can enhance my life. Why is it only Shakeology that can enhance my life? Oh, of course, it's because it helps your bottom line. And if you are convincing all these new people that Beachbody is such a reasonable, inclusive program, like Lip Panic said earlier, you're going to make more money, of course, right? And so, different topic, but let's think about what's actually different here. So, instead of constant program releases, you're now going to have body blocks, which is like the same workouts, just in a slightly different format. What else? You're going to have a platform of personal development and motivational tools, probably branded by Beachbody. That's actually new. And then the other new part is slightly different marketing for Shakeology. So it's no longer the healthiest meal of the day. Instead, it's a fancy gourmet dessert. So that's what these changes are. But they're making it seem like it's this huge revolutionary change that's just going to turn the fitness industry on its head. And we can all tell that, at least what we're learning here, that's not true.
New category and build it into the most effective place for holistic well-being and creating incredible lives, and integrate and expand our vast library of digital content, our transformational nutritionals, and our incredibly inclusive community, and put it into the world's first health esteem platform. This is a radical change in thinking for our industry, but it's necessary. And you're the ones that showed us it's possible. And we're so excited for all our coaches to be part of this, to help us get the word out that there is an alternative to the imperfection economy at a time when the world needs it most. In many ways, we already started the transition to health esteem this year. 4-week gut protocol, fire and flow, lift more, and now XP, sweat and skull. I mean, even the
4-week gut protocol is not about accepting yourself where you are and embracing yourself. It's literally about eliminating whole ass food groups and eating off of a tiny list of acceptable foods so you can look like Autumn. And nothing wrong with looking like Autumn. Like, she's beautiful and she's fit, of course, but this is her job. Her job is to look as beautiful as she looks. It's Elise's job to look strong and toned like she looks. And it's such an unattainable standard for your average person to come in and see Autumn and think, if I just do the 4-week gut protocol, I can look just like her. And we know that isn't true. And it's really, really harmful and toxic.
body block that we did, this tour de France, that demonstrated the power of the new approach. My goal was to fit into a pair of pants. That was my personal goal. Sounded silly, which made it fun, and people loved it so much. We actually outperformed our engagement expectations with Tour de France.
I feel like the Tour de Ponce idea was like creative and interesting. I will give him that, but it's still based on physical results. It's still based on kind of shaming yourself if you can't fit into a pair of pants that you used to, and not really acknowledging that, like, people's bodies change when they get older, especially for women. Once you reach a certain age, you're going to experience different kinds of hormonal imbalances in your body that you're not used to. And just because you can't fit into a pair of pants that you wore, say, 3 years ago or 1 year ago, like, that's okay as long as you are happy and comfortable and you're doing what is important for you in your health and fitness journey. It doesn't matter if you can fit into a pair of pants. So he's making it seem like this stupid Tour de Pants thing is so innovative and inclusive, but it's really just, it's pushing the narrative that a smaller body is better. Smaller body than what you started in is better than your body now.
So we're taking the things that we've learned and we're making it so that every coach can leverage them every month. Like the value of organizing around a start date, the first Monday of every month. The power of a 3-week commitment with a week to transition. In fact, when I said we were simplifying the business model so it'll be easier to help new people get started and actually know where to start, okay? And how we want to help people enjoy dessert and get clean energy, Caroline and Michael will actually present a new total solution pack built around Shakeology and Energize that's going to simplify the sales process even more.
It's literally just Shakeology and Energize. It's not that exciting, guys.
All right, so again, every coach from month to month will have a simple and clear view of our focus, a clear understanding of the construct of the program that starts the first Monday of every month, and a simplified focus of one consistent total solution pack. That's the best place to start. The structure is so simple, but with the
Are there only gonna be is there only gonna be one solution pack now? Like, there's not gonna be, like, the $260 one or whatever, where you get, like, all the products in it, like, you'll get Shakeology, Recover, and Energize, or is it just, is this the only one? I don't understand. If that's the only one, I don't understand why that would be a good, like, marketing strategy. Trying so hard to distance themselves from the rest of the toxic fitness culture, such hypocrites. I agree. And in the Snark Crew stream, you're going to be referencing them a lot. Please go to the link in my description and watch that video. They're talking about how they're not really acknowledging the past harms that they've done, that they've inflicted onto people, and how their approach to fitness and nutrition has really led a lot of people down a potentially dangerous path of disordered eating, and how it takes a really long time to recover from that mindset and from your experience in Beachbody. And they, like what you just said, Lift Panic, trying to distance themselves from that and trying to repackage what they already have into making it seem more inclusive to people of different body types and different fitness abilities. That's a great point. We're almost done. Look at this.
Addition of positive mindset throughout the platform. Your customers will feel so good they won't ever want to stop, and they'll want to invite everyone to do it with them. Which brings me to one additional change we need to make. If we truly believe in the creation of this new category, and I think it'll demonstrate how important we believe this change is and how it can break this opportunity wide open for you, we need to make this one other change. We created this company with a mission statement. We gave it this name. We didn't set out in the middle of the night. We just made up the word. And people in the media have now used these two words to refer to a specific type of look, a beach body. And honestly, as proud as I am of this company, that word is reinforcing an idea.
Left Panic, what did you literally just say? Carl is reading your mind.
Representing the mission. So there are articles where beach body and bikini body are used synonymously, and it's undermining us. So to lead a category that frees people from judgment and competition, to open up our business to tens of millions more people who've been sitting on the sidelines because they didn't want to be in a constant battle with their sweet tooth, or they didn't feel welcome by an industry built on imperfection. We need to make this change. So this spring, we will begin to officially, gradually change our platform name from Beachbody to Body.
Who cares? Who cares? It's still toxic. It's still perpetuating toxic diet culture. Live Panic predicted it. They're just trying to distance themselves from toxic diet culture and the idea of Beachbody being referred to as like the ideal stereotypical female body, or the stereotypical like muscular body on a male. But it's still the same people running it. You still have the same trainers. I think they have a new trainer coming in, but like it's still generally the same company with very, very minor changes. Again, I'll say, who cares? Who cares? And imagine being in any other setting where your company's like, hey guys, we're changing our name, and then people are screaming and crying and they think it's so amazing. So weird. Jeanette said, I heard it's Energize and Shakeology together. If they can't buy Energize by itself, then I'll find an alternative. Yeah, good job. Almost done. Thank you for the 5 people who've watched this whole thing. I know it's been a long one. Thank you guys.
3 years, but we want to evolve. And we want to demonstrate our commitment to a category that can help more people achieve a high health esteem. With this gradual shift from the name Beachbody toward the platform name Body, it will be the first platform of its kind. A turnkey framework for consistent engagement in fitness you love, simple eating plans, all integrated with content that helps create a positive mindset, encouraging self-acceptance while also encouraging goals and dreams and achievements that can be achieved with consistent action. Body. This is where it always feels good to be. And to make that all work, as always, it's still going to come down to content, great trainers, and great experiences. So I want to give you a peek into what the next 12 months of fitness and
So that's the end of this video. So we didn't get to see all of the presentation, obviously, but I felt like it gave a good overview of the general changes that Beachbody are going to be experiencing, also with changes to Success Club and personal volume. That maybe I'll make a video on that soon, but I won't do it over stream. So, what do you think about this so far? Like the general categories of health esteem, I think like there's not many changes other than the motivational personal development tools developed by Beachbody, and then the like slightly different program structure that instead of like 8-week programs on bod, you have 3-week body blocks. Like that's not that different in my opinion. I feel like it's pretty much exactly the same. But let me know what you think. Anyone who watched this live. Oh, Lift Panic just said. Let's hear what Lift Panic said. First platform of its kind. Haha. Yeah. Carl thinks very highly of himself, I think. Yeah, let me know, like, if you watch this later, let me know your opinions on the health esteem framework. I'd love to hear it, and I will do at some point, I'm pretty busy, but I'll do another video soon about the other changes, like the more technical parts of the differences with Success Club, because there are some changes and it is pretty interesting. So that's all I have today. I am gonna go live again tomorrow and Friday, of course, but I'm not sure exactly the time. With what we have going on, I feel like 2 o'clock, 2 or 3 would be best, but I know, like, a lot of people who watch me live may or may not be at work and may not be able to watch it, and so if you can't watch it live, that's fine, but I think I'll probably just schedule my next live stream tomorrow, and it will be at 2 o'clock. But I'm just gonna wait to make sure that I'll actually be around at 2 o'clock, and I'm not gonna schedule it too early. So if you're around at 2 o'clock my time tomorrow, it would be cool to see you live. If not, no worries. You can just watch the replay. I think I'm going to do another net ready video, and I'm thinking potentially doing, they have a whole video on starter packs, or they call it registration packs, and how important those packs are if you are an MLM CEO or MLM business owner. So I think it's super interesting, and I would love to do a stream on that. So that will be tomorrow at 2, and I'll schedule it tomorrow in the morning, and you guys can watch it if you're able to. Live Panic says, very entertaining. Thanks, Heather. You're welcome, Live Panic. Thank you for joining, and thank you, Jeanette and Rich and DC, for stopping in, and anyone who else who watched and who watch the replay. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock my time if you're able to come. Thank you. Bye.